rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. With all said regarding Valentine's Day, we understand it's not an activity that we indulge in. However, we said yesterday that our relationship with our wives and our work as husbands towards improving and maintaining that affection or improving on the condition should be something constant. If you look at it, if I were only to give her some additional attention on this particular day or once per year, it may backfire on me. It may backfire, and she might tell me now because everyone else is doing it, now you're doing it. See? So it works against us also if we follow these types of norms and we leave the example of the Rasul. So now we understand one thing: different personalities, different times in our lives, different situations. It may not just be as simple as that, to work on something, to do something. If I haven't had someone wash my hair and comb it for me before, I cannot just request it. But this is what he had done once, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa Aisha radiallahu anha washed his hair and she combed it. But I cannot just out of the blue now ask my wife to do this for me. I have to go through stages. Now, if I haven't laid with my head in her lap and chatted with her before, I cannot just do it out of the blue. She'll think something's wrong. What do you want from me? If out of the blue I lay my head in her lap and start chatting with her. But this is what he also did, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He did this. If I don't have a pet name for my wife, something that she likes, it's okay, you can. If out of the blue I call her something, she thinks something seriously wrong. But this is also what he did, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He had a pet name for Aisha in particular, Humayra, my dear little red one. And there are opinions regarding what he meant by it. But that's not the point. The point is he had this type of endearment that he was able to create, devise between the two of them. If I hadn't, you feel uncomfortable to request her to comb your hair if you have some, right? Or you feel uncomfortable to sit to rest with your head in her lap. So just too out of the blue is just too much of a surprise. Or you feel this thing just to think up of a name, she might not like the name. It has to come naturally. Then at least start walking with her, or jogging with her, or spending some time out of the house with her. And this is also what he did, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On more than one occasion, he was out in the open and running with her. And he even raced with her. And she beat him once, and the second time he beat her, and he remembered the previous time and he told her, this win is for my previous loss. I'm getting you back. If that is also too much, then fifth one. At least we have to make some time to listen to them. Now for a man, it's tricky. Sometimes a woman doesn't just want to inform you of something for your input. She just wants to chat, get things off her chest, get things out there. Now I tell you, think about this. Our Rasul, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most famous collection of ahadith is what? The Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari. Would you like to know what is the longest hadith in Bukhari? The longest hadith in Bukhari is where Sayyidah Aisha, radiallahu anha, our mother, conveys to others the chat that she had with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where she tells him, she conveys to him what she was told by 10 of her colleagues in Medina, 10 women, what each one had to say regarding their husbands, without naming the husbands, except for the last one, because that was a good husband. She named him. He listened, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, without saying a word, to all that she conveyed from the first of her colleagues to the 9th colleague, describing what they had to say regarding their husbands, and he's listening. And then when she comes to the 10th one, she names him with his kunya, with his patronym. She says he was Abu Zar, right? And Zar praised her husband after all the negativities the other shared. She praised Abu Zar in that he did this and he gave her that and he spent this time with her and that. At the end he said, so what do you say? I am to you like Abu Zar is to Zar? She said no. She said no, and you looked at her. She said, you are better to me than what Abu Zar was to Zar. Just that time, see what reciprocation there is. If I can't ask her to comb my hair, if I can't lay with my head in her lap, I don't have a pet name, if I don't have the strength to go out for another jog out there, at least give her a hearing. And just that will be beautiful. In the end, we end with this ayah, at the end of a verse, Allah says, in a general sense, our morals, our etiquette, there are men, you may have heard this before, there are men who are heroes outside, heroes, but in their homes they are zeros. I want to be a hero in the house. And this ayah, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ, even if it is a small bit of good, you're going to see its benefit in the akhirah. But in the dunya too, you'll see the benefit of something, and the moment the little things, where's the surprise, where's that token, where's this word? Allah says in this verse, Surah An-Nisa, وَعَاشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. No one's perfect, but you as men, you treat them kindly, you treat them fairly, you treat them justly, because you're not perfect too. And if, Allah says, فَإِن كَرِهْتُمُوهُنَّ, if you dislike something in them, which is bound to be, she's a test for you, you're a test for her, we test for each other. But Allah says, look at these words, if you dislike something in her, عَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا, it could be, it could just be that you dislike something, وَيَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. You dislike something, but Allah places lots of good in that thing for you. Look at this, it's paradoxical. You dislike something, but in that thing, there's lots of good in it for you as the man. Because you learn to be patient, you learn to be strong, you learn to be selfless, you learn to look at the bigger picture, you learn wisdom, how to deal with things. Compromise, not just ounce. May Allah make us better men. Because the best of men are those who are the best to their wives. And then again the reminder last night for the woman, for if there are women listening, a woman is going to view this, yes, the dunya is mata', beautiful things, enjoyable experiences. Mata' is like an enjoyable experience, temporary but enjoyable. And the best of these beautiful experiences is if a man is blessed with a good wife. Allahumma inna nas'aluka khayra hadhihi al-layla, fathaha wa nasraha wa nuraha wa barakataha wa hudaha, wa na'udhu bika min sharri ma fiha wa sharri ma ba'daha ya Rabbal Alamin. Allahumma alhimna marashida wa mawlina wa zidna ilma wa zidna fahma. آتنا جميعا الحكمة والسداد واهدنا إلى سبيل التقوى والرشاد. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على حبيبك وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. وسلام على المرسلين. الحمد لله رب العالمين.